Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Gibson Cary of Sturgis football. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. So I know we were just talking about it, but the fun starts this week. So what's that like knowing that another season of football begins?
And I'm just excited. My senior year, we got 20 seniors this year. This will be the largest senior group since I don't think anyone knows when. This has been the biggest group in a long time. So it's exciting for that part. And we got a lot of underclassmen too that are pretty talented. So they'll contribute.
Yeah, it just seems like from talking with coach and a couple of the guys, it's just the excitement and
Yeah.
everyone's just everyone was looking forward to this season. There's a lot of changes, especially in the league as well.
Yep.
Wolverine
A lot of
Conference.
coaches are going.
So what's that like? Just knowing that you guys had a really good opportunity on your hands.
Um, I think it kind of raises the stakes for us and what we should be able to accomplish. So I know our standards are set high for ourselves as well too. We know what we're capable of. Now we just need to go out there and show it.
Yeah. So what position do you play for people that might not know?
I'm a tight end and middle linebacker, so I kind of run the defensive side of things. So
So what's it like, like calling plays, letting everybody know where everybody's at and all that? What's that like for you?
it can sometimes get a little stressful and be kind of a head case, but I like it. I love playing defense. I probably enjoy that the most out of anything for football.
Yeah. Um, to know that, Trojan football has always been a big part of your life, growing
Hmm.
up and all that. And
Yep.
know that you're a senior on this team. What does that kind of mean to be, part of the largest class with this group of guys you've been playing with since you were small?
It's pretty special to me. I mean, and what makes it even cooler is that my class is the first class Coach Stewart will see all the way through from freshman to senior
Right.
year. So it's pretty special for him and for us.
Yeah, I know that coaches kind of put in a lot of time in building this program, and you
Yep.
know, I mean, when you do you remember when you came in, as a freshman so young, because it was probably in the most for anybody, it was probably one of the weirdest seasons you've ever had.
Yep. Yep. COVID season. At one point, we thought we weren't even going to have a season.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah,
yeah.
to go through that and now to see where everything's at now. What's that?
Hmm.
Just to
It,
just go through that.
I mean, Coach Stewart, he's probably the best coach I've ever had. He has done so many good things for this program. I can't even tell you how many things he's done for us. He's just built this program up from the ground up, and he's doing great things. And yeah, I'm pretty thankful for him.
What's the biggest thing he taught you?
Biggest thing, he wants us to become men more than anything. He wants to develop good young men that can go out there and represent our community well and just do good in general, not just on the football field, but in our everyday lives.
Yeah. What are some of the biggest things you've learned from playing football just in high school?
It's there's nothing like football, honestly. And when you get under those lights, there's a feeling that you can't explain, and you'll never get it anywhere else. It's just the brotherhood and like yeah, just that brotherly love is it's really special and something that you'll never be able to replace. Just growing with those guys, bonding.
Yeah. How do you mentally prepare for a game, Gibson?
I like to listen to a lot of music that gets me kind of hyped up, but I just I like to go to sometimes a quiet place in my head to also be able to focus in and not calm down, but just be present and just be aware of everything going on. Just kind of run through stuff in my head, run through play like situations, so I'm more prepared when it comes time for that.
Yeah. what's on Gibson's playlist?
My playlist, a lot of rap, if I'm being honest.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Um, all right. Let's get to know you a little bit, Gibson. How about that?
Yep.
There's only one way to do that. The famous 10 burning question. I haven't asked this to everybody, but every once in a while I'll throw these out there. So here we go. Since I just kind of asked you a little bit about, kind of getting ready for a game, how do you like lock in and get ready for going into battle, whether it's in the locker room, whether it's on a bus ride or something like that?
I think what I like to do is I will play a lot of stuff over and over in my head that I think is are game like situations. Just, yeah, I mean, that's definitely what I do the most. And I usually do that while listening to music to kind of get myself pumped up and kind of envision things before they happen.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how well are you at responding to text messages?
I would say 7 or 8. I could be better. Probably 7.
Okay. So let's just say something's building, and they're building something in Sturgis, and they want you to pick what it is. So what do you want to put there?
In Sturgis, like for the football program, or
No, it's this could be like a restaurant, it could be like maybe a store, maybe it could be anything.
I would probably say probably like a really nice Dick's Sporting Goods store just because we have a Dunham's in town that
Yeah,
it's not the greatest. And I think if we had a Dick's in town, I would probably be broke, but I would love it at the same time.
yeah.
So
I just bought a golf club from Dunham, so
I
uh
I'm not a golf. I mean, I like to golf. I'm not a golfer, so I don't
yeah.
know what they have to offer there, but
Yeah, I mean, they got some good stuff, but
better
so
than whatever clubs I got sitting in my garage, that's
yeah.
for sure.
So um, okay, all right. What is your pregame meal before a game?
Mm, I don't really have a specific thing. I just like to keep it light. Probably most of the time I'll do Subway or peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then just make sure I'm pumping fluids into my body too. A lot of water, liquid IV.
All right. What do you do to make yourself feel better if you're having a bad day?
Um, oh, that's a tough one. Uh, Probably just I've looked into a lot of the stuff about like positive self-talk, so I'll probably try and do that. Just have good things going on in my head, just saying good stuff to myself to kind of boost myself up. So
Um, how much do you remember about past seasons of football or any other sport?
I would say I remember a pretty good chunk. Not like the super detailed stuff like some guys can do. That's like it kind of blows my mind how some people can do that. I would say there's a few games I can do that, but not too many.
Yeah. All right. If you got to pick one social media app to use and delete the rest, what would it be?
Hmm. I would probably say Snapchat. I use Snapchat very much.
Okay. All right. Okay, so now it's time for the most controversial question on here. Rank your top 5 fast food restaurants. Okay, so here's
Fast
how this
food.
works. So your normal fast food restaurants, they count. All the
Mm.
premium fast, like your Qdobas, Chipotle's, and all that. Restaurants count too. So you can go, so one is the best five, and then 1 to 5. You can either go from one up to 5 or 5 down to 1, but 1 being the best and 5 being I like it, but there's 4 ahead of it.
Number one that I can think off the top of my head right now would probably probably be Chipotle.
Okay.
I love the burritos there. Those are
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
Number two, man, I would say Arby's. I like Arby's very much.
Okay.
Then three, I would probably give it to Chick-fil-A. Four, and I'm trying to think of places outside of Sturgis because we got a lot of basic ones. Um, Four, I would probably just do mm, Taco Bell, I guess.
What
And then
about
five
five?
would be McDonald's, probably, even
Okay.
though it's terrible for you.
Hey, all this is, yeah, I mean, hey, well, I should say Chipotle is actually pretty
Yeah,
good.
Chipotle is probably the only decent one that I chose.
Qdoba's, well, I mean, it's like, hey, we all, hey, it's, I mean, with you, I mean, you can eat something, you can just bring it right off. So,
Yeah. Well, all right. I'll give Jimmy John's number four. I like Jimmy John's a
yeah,
lot.
okay,
That
okay.
kind of evens it out.
All right, so five, you want to put McDonald's at five then?
Yeah, throw McDonald's at five.
All right. It's not like you're gonna go there anytime soon.
No, yeah, I'm trying to stay away from that right now. That won't end well.
Yeah, would not. And Burger King or Taco Bell wouldn't end well either.
No, not at all.
Nothing against those places, but it's
Yeah, just not going to work out for
yeah,
me
it's
right
just
now.
this would not. It would not. No, it would. Yeah, you're gonna feel it at the end of it. So,
Oh yeah, definitely.
all right. What is the song you know every word to without looking?
Mm. Yes, indeed. By little baby.
Yeah. And then if you could say something to your younger self, something you know now but didn't know then, what would it be?
Um, to not look at the huge end goal or future far away and just focus on the day to day things that I can control in the presence, just here and now.
Yeah. All right. Well, Gibson, thank you so much for coming on and talking with us, and best of luck this season.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.